Hi everyone, Lance here again with a short video regarding Ostrich guitar tuning. Over the years, this particular guitar sound has perplexed me, and I realised this again after seeing the film Joker, so I thought it was about time to investigate this a bit further. In the film Joker, which was released a couple of years ago, there is a scene where the Joker is dancing on a long staircase to the track Rock and Roll Part 2, in which Ostrich guitar tuning is used. Several people have added videos to YouTube which attempt to show how this unique guitar sound was created. However, as far as I can see, none of these are actually correct. Some people show a technique of using the root and the fifth and sliding this backwards and forwards, whilst others use open guitar tuning and others playing 2 octaves, mostly without the use of a slide. I knew that this just didn't sound correct, and so after a little research, I finally discovered the secret to this tuning. The actual guitar tuning is a strange and rare guitar tuning, which is called ostrich tuning, which is a type of trivial tuning, which means that a list of notes are duplicated in the guitar tuning. And in this particular case, this tuning is known as trivially repetitive tuning, as all the strings are tuned to the same note. The term ostrich guitar tuning was initiated by Velvet Underground's Lou Reed after the pre-Velvet Underground song called The Ostrich by Lou Reed and the Primitives, where the first recording of this tuning is thought to be. This type of tuning creates an intense and chorus drone-like sound, which is very apparent in this particular example used in the film Joker, which originates, as I say, from the hit single in 1972 known as Rock and Roll Part 2 by the ill-reputed Gary Glitter. Following this first hit single, a subsequent number of top 10 hits ensued using this type of guitar tuning, which became famously known as the Glitter sound. Lou Reed's recording of The Ostrich was way back in 1965 and evolved as a result of the composer and record producer John Cale, a collaborator of avant-garde composer Lamont Young, recognizing a similarity between Lou Reed's guitar tuning and Lamont Young's work with drone music. This occurred at the time when Lamont Young was hired to play on Lou Reed's song The Ostrich. Lou Reed then went on to use ostrich tuning in several songs over the following years. The ostrich guitar that Lou Reed used apparently had no frets, which may well have influenced the glitter sound later, in that the ostrich tuning in these songs was used in combination with a slide. As I mentioned earlier, ostrich tuning is where the guitar is tuned to the same note on each of the 6 strings, which results in some strings being very loose and others being very tight when the guitar is tuned up. In Lou Reed's case, all the strings were tuned to D. In the glitter sound case, all strings were tuned to A. The famous glitter sound used in my video evolved as a result of the discredited Gary Glitter in his early days, while still being known by his real name Paul Gadd, or pseudonym Paul Raven, being very fond of this monodrome type guitar sound, which he apparently used quite frequently. After his first meeting with a famous record producer at the time called Mike Leander, Glitter apparently left his guitar in Mike Leander's studio overnight. Mike Leander curiously picked up the guitar and put it through an overdriven Fender amp and instantly liked the drone-like sound. He then duplicated this guitar sound with a saxophone, which almost indistinguishably mirrored the pitch and tone of Glitter's guitar. Next, Mike Leander had added in a type of tribal drum beat, which was then in turn double-tracked to create an even more powerful and unique drum sound. He also added in recording and drum tuning techniques that were unheard of at the time. Unknowingly, he had then created what became known as the Glitter sound. As I previously mentioned, this formed the basis of the first hit singles A and B sides to Rock and Roll Part 1 and Part 2. And this sound then subsequently underpinned a number of top 10 hits in the early to mid-70s. Jerry Shepherd was a guitar player in the Glitter band at the time, and his silver or gold star-shaped guitar, as seen on a plethora of hits on Top of the Pops at the time, became synonymous with this ostrich guitar tuning sound. For anybody who's interested, copies of these guitars can still be obtained by the Painted Player Guitar Company for around about £1,500. Finally, according to Glitter, this type of guitar tuning was a puzzle to many famous guitar players, and apparently Glitter was frequently asked about it by people such as Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page and Brian May, who were all inquisitive about how this unique guitar sound was created. For this video, I'm using my Gary Moore 2001 signature guitar and my Helix guitar processor through an FR speaker. The sound simply needs an overdriven amp or pedal, and subsequently as also, shall I say, a substantial amount of reverb, and of course the use of a slide. So without further ado, here's my version, which is played over a karaoke version backing track.